I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, it's live. Woohoo! Hello. So I'm just doing a testing broadcast. I'm not particularly sure what I'm going to do. Well, actually, I do. I got a full list of things that I'm going to be working on. Not. I'm just going to go bang bang, make that hide. Just there we go. So UE4. This is 4.4.3. I've already got 4.5. It's not stable enough at the moment. Plus, a bit late now to switch the project over, but we'll probably do so anyway. So first of all, I'd like to introduce you to Memory. This is a project that I'm working on at ARE, the Academy of Interactive Entertainment. I'm studying a second year of game development at Melbourne in Australia. So I'm literally just doing a little test broadcast just to see how broadcasting actually works. No camera because I don't have a camera. That's a pretty good reason for not having a camera. Well, not having one and not using one, different stories. But anyway, so big list of things that I'm going to be working on. This is a broadcast of me doing that. So you get to see UE blueprints, not quite so much code. UE doesn't really like code too much. You can do it, but sometimes the interactions between them is not particularly well done. So, well, I'm just going to get started on it because I got a bunch of stuff to do. And likelihood is you probably won't enjoy it. As much as that may sound mean, is really the point of it. You probably won't enjoy it. Anyway, sorry about lag. Anyway, small problem, bad internet here in Australia. So, yeah, if you want to see UE being used, go right ahead. So first of all, we have elevator button. So let's go to elevators. Nice and fancy, quite pretty. UE4, it's pretty. So we've got some fancy things which does some highlighting based on how far away you are. So if I go, let's do this. I'll move over here. So, and you can't see his text. So I lift it up, I move away, and here, look at this. These ones over here. I move towards them, and they light up. Away from them, and they go away. The better the distance you are from away from them, they highlight. Currently, they highlight even through objects. So, like, I'm not. Well, actually, no, they're not doing it. So that's just bizarre because it normally happens all the time. Anyway, so there's protocol. As you can see, bunch of buttons. Each one of these buttons shouldn't really have the highlight on them because only the one that is lit up should have that button on it. These ones should, because you should be able to open and close an elevator. As you can see, this is an elevator, not a treehouse. So, first of all, I can open up the level blueprint. So, let me bring this over here. This thing is complicated. So, lots of stuff in it. Lots and lots of stuff. But this is just the elevators. This is what I'm messing with. We have some fancy stuff that we've done we've done some coding and stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff like this checks to see whether or not a flag has been set. This, I'm assuming, literally calls it once, and even this is true again, it will never ever call it again, which is fine. We don't want it to call it more than once. Then this rolls through into this material to make sure things are lit. So what I'm going to do is drag this out and render custom depth. Because we're using custom depth buffer to determine whether or not something can be set. This is just going to be complicated and messy because blueprints are complicated. Well, not necessarily complicated and messy, just messy. So let's turn them on. Let's make these all use set and custom depth. So this one's nice and boring one to do. I'm just gonna link these up. So what this means, it enters, sets the material with a lit, it then enters the custom render buffer, and it'll pass through, and it'll do for each one. Now, of course, this is completely useless to most people, as most people don't have our render custom depth buffer. But I'll actually have a look and see if I can find where we found it, because we literally just found it online. So anybody who wants to see it, wants to better do this, just have to go find it. This set render custom buffer thing, it's just a value that they can do. Just allows it to be set. So for each one of these, because each one of our buttons is a static mesh, and static meshes have to be set. And ignore that. That's just UE. That's just UE complaining because I just Control Z did. So first of all, just do each one of these. So once the material has been set, I'm just linking that up, ensuring that so I do these. I forgot to do these ones. Let's go back and do it. And just link it up. All of this could be done with code, but we had some problems with doing that, so we decided to stick with blueprints. And they seem to be able to do what we want them to, and as long as you actually click on things, apparently. So, the next one. And so once this is all done, this will provide us, this will turn them off, and they won't be set at all until you're actually able to access that particular floor. So that means, so we compile it, now that works. So if I close this, I go ahead, select those, and actually there should be a flag inside the rendering. Take rendering, open here, press them, turn them off. As you can see, they vanished. So I'll save that. Make it. All projects should at least use some sort of source control. It's a bit weird using perforce because that's what the uni wants us to use. And it's taking a while because I'm currently pulling a whole heap of things. So there we go. It's all saved. Checked out. So what about this? Let's see if I can do a quick run through of the level. Well, of one of them anyway. Just so I can make sure medical sets. This is the cryogenics. Push it all, it opens up. As you can see, lots of your cursor reflects off the walls. As for how I'm really going to determine how that happens, we'll find out. I work out how to stop that reflections. Because the roof is shiny, really, really shiny. But one thing I like is this looks like glass. There's a YouTube tutorial that I watched that really freaking works. I mean, literally, have a look and see if there's anything you want to be able to do. And most likely there's somebody out there who's done it for you. Okay. Is that power from security control? Yes. What is the power out? It's dark. The door just opened. I can't see anything. I'll grab a torch. Why not? Let's touch this. Pick it up. Now torch. Yay. Okay. Da, 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 da. Let's open the lab later. It should be opening up. There we go, it opened up. As you can see, this one's lit up, this one isn't. So I'll move on to the next one. Now we know for certain that that one is not set. Let's move on to the next floor. Oh yeah, I forgot. I actually need to go back downstairs because I need to pick up a key card that I forgot to grab. Let's just rush off. This is just going to be blurry as hell and very, very not. So let's turn the light on so you can actually see where we're going. Key card. Yep. There's a key card that opens something. Let's find out. So this is pretty straightforward. I'm just doing this because I've done this a few times. I've done this a lot of times. I'm sure that there's audio being played and you're getting really freaking annoyed at the audio. My apologies. So let's set up. And it's possible to see that there's some small overlap with some of the blocks. You normally wouldn't notice that. I know that this particular thing opens up this door. Only because I've seen that how it does it. Let's have a key card inside the body. This will open the next floor. Let's go find out. Did it do so? If it did, then my job is done for that first task. And that's really all I need to do. Let's find it. Press the button. Wait for it to load. This one opens up. And if we go in, it opens up. Notice that's lit up. It's exactly what we wanted. I'm going to head back to the bottom floor just to double check something. Let's take a look. And as you can see, I'm staring at a wall and I can see these things through the wall. Actually, it looks like it's actually partially passing, probably why we can see it quite so clearly. Well, there's collisions on that. You're gonna have to look at that because that's bad collisions. Let's double check it. So, first of all, let's open up. This is the cryo assembly. So, take a look. It looks fancy. But let's take a look at collisions. Look at that. It is huge. Way too big collisions. Let's delete that. And try another one. That's much better. The original asset was too big. We got shrunk, but we didn't change the colliders. Check that, and that should fix that. So we'll try that again. Yeah, found that. It's always good to fix bugs as you find them, because then you don't have to fix them later. Let's try. Let's go back to that area. So I'll rush down the hallway. So I'm using color lights. I red lighted the whole. Red light means it doesn't. Red light means it doesn't open. Green means it's open, and yellow means you can open it. Pretty basic, pretty simple. Alright, and if I move right against here, look at that. I can be right against the wall without any problems. But looks like that's actually a special case, because if you even notice, oh no, that it just gets caught. Look correctly at that, it vanishes. We go slightly off. I see it. That's the only thing they're under depth buffer. It doesn't check population. So we need to actually add that in. And we haven't done that. At the roof, it's all fancy. Fancy roofs. Oh, well, first of all, let's cross that out. Now, is there a way to add strike through? I want to add strike through to the font. Let's go format, strike through. There we go. That's done. Oh, now I'm just going to open up a particular level, so that way then everything from now on, save. So we didn't change stuff, so it's always a good idea to save things you change. Just in case. Okay. So I'm gonna there we go. That's much better. Okay. So the cry level again. There you go. Let's take a look. We have a bunch of computers in here. Two of them, these two, that one and that one, don't actually do anything. So what we're going to do is updating them. So let's take a look. What do we need to be able to do? So these things don't have things like tags. They don't have to have this stuff on them. So let's take a look. We have a blueprint, which, because it's based off a first-person shooter example. So my character blueprint, which is another one that's messy as hell. But at this point, I'd rather messy as hell. But it works. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long day. Well, let's just flick through some of these. Let's see if we can find the one that we're looking for. One of these displays a message that we want to display. So let's find out which one it is. Okay. Anti confirmation, so we don't necessarily want. So yes, confirmation, no confirmation, confirmation message. Which displays the confirmation message. Overlapping triggers, which why they like that, I don't know. It's more annoying than anything. Because these are all old stuff. Paper content. No, it was on the event graph. Is it on the event graph? It doesn't look like it's on the event graph. In which case, I'll move over there. Now I'm going to open up the cry levels blueprint. Let's take a look. Oh, a bunch of stuff. Lots of stuff. Here we go. So, other rooms. Nope, that's all we need. The power room. There we go. So, generator status is a tag that we're looking for. And as I pointed out earlier, these don't have tags. Actually, this one does. Okay, this one should actually work. Let's find out. So I go to it, and tiny hand doesn't do a damn thing because these things have weird, wonky collisions. So I'll just show you the collisions on that. This is great. This is great for this sort of thing. Not so great when it comes to excuse me. Not so great when it comes to interactables. So, no, they don't. The UE don't make this very easy. So, this should mean that basically, as long as you're looking at it, it should collide. Let's save that. Check out, just to make sure it's working. Actually, you know what? I'm going to actually have this open just so I can watch that go. So I'm going to drag it over there just so I can see what I'm doing. Play. I'm interacting with it, and nothing's happening. Okay, if I go to the security on how it works, it very clearly interacts with it. So then in which case, this means I then need to find where the power control room is being called. Okay, let's find out. So power control room. Actually, one thing that you could do, you could have, is the ability to just go, oh, where is this function in the blueprint being called from? Be far more useful. So I could do that, but yeah, they don't do that kind of stuff. They don't make these sort of things easy. So let's take a look. Event graph. Nope. Are you chasing? No other. In that case, let me double check and see what the security systems has as tags. So if I go in, it is interactable, turn power on, and cry control. Most likely it's a flag associated with the turn power on. In which case, I don't know, well, it shouldn't. These two, if you don't access live support, aren't supposed to. They're just supposed to display a message. But they don't do so. So I'm just going to have a look and see. Ooh. Actually, most likely, if I do this, I go add a breakpoint, and I go back over here. I can actually put a debug window. I go play. I'll just show you. I'll interact with it first, so I can actually see where it's been called from. There is a way to do it, and that's what I'm going to do. So, good. Press E. Okay, let me bring this window over. So it broke here. The execution tree shows me that it was called right. Oh, there. So this is where it got called. It has the flag cry room, turn flag on, turn power on. This is why it's doing this particular thing. What I'm going to add in is power room into the cry room. So if I stop, close the debug window, and let's have a look. Power room. So this now looks for the flag power room, which, as you may know, we may have noticed, none of these actually have that flag. So what I do, add a new one. Go to this one, add that in too. Go to this one, add it in, and this one here. So this one doesn't have either of them, so I add that in. I'm actually going to add a second one, interactable. So everything that's interactable that has this outline should have an outline. We haven't got that in there yet. We've got it manually turned on, but we're going to think about updating it so it doesn't do that. If I save, oh, and then check those out. Yeah. Let's play. Let's try that again. So we get the support system. Press E. Oh, I saw the breakpoint in, of course, don't I? Let's remove it. Resume. And it's not working. But the generator is working. Look at this spelling mistake. So I now know that it's working. Let's, while I'm here, let's actually fix those messages. So that's not fixed, and possible actually working. But the problem is it requires a tag called live support. So it actually, in order to actually know what it's looking at. So let's add that flag in. There we go. Let's go play. So what could be? There we go. It would be unwise to turn off live support. And that is the truth. It would be very unwise. Because life supports keeping people alive. And yeah, ignore this. This is a fancy thing, but it doesn't work unless you're playing the full level, apparently. Very awkward. Let's save it. And that marks that one. That marks 2 things to be turned off. 2 things to be struck through. Inbox. Oh, now. I wonder, how long has this actually been going for? I actually have no idea how long I've been broadcasting for. I guess I'll find it once they stop it. Huh. Anyway, I mean, one other thing. This fancy thing has the render buffer, which I'm going to turn off. So this thing has a tag called main generator, which I'm going to take away from it, delete it, click on this, add it on this one instead. This is a new thing which is interactable as well. And I'm turning its render buffer on. Just because this is a big generator, we don't really want to highlight how big it is. So there we go. And that, honestly, was one more thing to put off the list. Yeah, the next things, these 2 things, you can trigger them and they will activate their story paths without actually turning off the lights. Which means you can't get to the next floor, but it means you could actually activate both paths and complete both parts of the story without any trouble. So let's fix this up. So if I bring this over here, this is the crowd level. What we have is these flags being turned on, but the security control cryo controller, as soon as they're interacted with, actually get their parts set first. So I'm just going to see if we can work out where they're being set first. So if I can actually breakpoint on that, and I go play, and let's click bang. Let's do the debug thing again. So this goes to printers, simply gets acts, presses E. So let's take a look. E, get acts to a class, trade races, and just as a sort, which means this is this being hit. It then cycles through, if it hits, we know that it's a power controller, which is this area here. So it does some stuff. Confirmation name, yes or no, and then it sets the flags. Then it sets a flag. But the problem is, this turn power flag on gets set in code. I believe the problem is it's occurring at a slightly different time. All you have to do is press E, and this security control flag gets set. So let's have a look, because if I drag this over here, the box hasn't popped up yet. So if I actually go, I step it, 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 step it. Let's just skip it. Oh no, it doesn't. It's not going to skip it for me. No, I've done something. Set of pop-ups, that's the movements. Doesn't cross-hair scaling. Keep going. Let's replace this. It's being annoying, isn't it? Yeah, so if I land, the flag hasn't been set. Let's try and just set a point to start with. We can resume. Read about power. Look at this. See, this is what I'm talking about. Our flag has been set, but if I go no and get back out here, this isn't set, but this one is. Because the door's open. This door should not be open if this isn't even lit up. But what that means is that upon interacting with this, it's triggering something. It's triggering something before this should even be setting. So at one point, the power is not being set on. So let's stop it for now. And let's just turn power off. So what do I need? I'm going to need you. Okay. These are actually custom things that we've actually built. So it's both of those. Get that set. Once it's set those to the same one. Now watch this. We go play. I go E. And as soon as I've done that, it goes power, which is actually incorrect. That's actually really, but that is incorrect completely. So if I actually go delete and add a breakpoint to here, I go play. So this should, if everything is well, run. Let's go over here and do this one. This is a different one that I turned it to. So that's again. Now what to do? Say why. Press the Y. So I'm doing that. So I'm stop it. I will like to stop it. First, go back to this. Let's resume. Oh, what's it doing? It's doing. And there you go. This is much better. Let's step in. Yes, confirmation. Let's check to see whether or not if you're doing which one of the controls you're doing right now. So this seems to be a little bit handy. You don't even need this extra piece. Like, why would you need all these individual checks? It's not like they're doing anything. They're really not. So I think the only reason is it's either these two, we want to display this message. If it's any of these, we want to set this message, these messages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it. And I'm going to So I got this. This is an all flag. Ooh, it's being crazy. Let's delete that. So I don't need either of those. Wait, I don't even need that branch. I'll pass you to there. I'll pass you there. Bring these two up. Let's bring these in a little bit more. Just to ensure, because this is just a quick fix. This is not a final product, I guess, is what you'd call it. Let's just think that for that. Then, oh, that we actually got another game flag. That's another one. Just actually guess current confirmation. Set that on. Which case, as part of this, we delete that. And we go back to here. Okay. And you know what? I might actually do the same thing here. So, take that. So, this. Pass it into there. Pass each one in there. So it's a little surprising. I wonder if there's a way to check to see if it's in an array of things. I just wonder. Let's find out. So there we go. If an array contains an item, in which case let's make an array of strings. So if I got this, then I go array, I go like this, pass into an array, which is not what we want. What we do want is we want to add an array. So what we got? Actually, you know what we do? What you actually got to do is this. There we go. That's much better. Let's add a bunch of payments, and we're actually going to delete the first one. What we do is take each one of these. So this is basically what it's doing anyway. It's just this way is just a lot cleaner. Therefore, I can do bang, bang, and then go. If this string is inside this array, do stuff. We have a moral system. Why not? Moral systems are fun. They don't do anything spectacular. In fact, most are pretty shit. But ours is awesome because we're awesome. There's not much point doing it. Doing this because it's a little bit more overhead compared to this. But because this is 2 compared to 4, this is just so much nicer to read. And honestly, reading comprehension of code is so much nicer, better than optimizations. You can optimize later, but you need to be able to know what it does. So, not good. Let's see. Look back. Yeah, and it just debugged. So let's remove that breakpoint, go back to it, and look this. Then I went out and then lit up. And this has all lit up. Exactly what we wanted. Okay. So let's close all those windows and mark that one off. Done. Yeah, one of the things can be these have the dirt buffer attached to them, which is here. What we should do is let's open up that blueprint again, which is done. Let's try this again. So if I open that up, let's bring it over here. The tabs, just all the tabs for now. So once this is confirmed, this then sets a flag. What it is. Let's take a look. Close confirmation message. Does one stop? Not particularly what we want. We want the yes. So once it is, this is just for the power turn off. I'll do this just to make things a little bit easier. So the lights go. As soon as this get all actors of class. Another class is going to be because there's a lot of them. Now, what we're going to do is on the out, we're going to do a for loop. So we're going to do a for loop. Inside each, we're going to do has tag, and it's the tag power. So if it has the tag power room, then what we want to do is set custom set the render. That's because it's context sensitivity. Set custom. Let's try this. Oh, I need to cast. We're going to cast it to a static mesh actor. So true, we cast it to a mesh actor, and then as a mesh actor, set custom home. There we go. Set render custom depth buffer, and we're going to turn it off like so. Once it's done, that's fine. We have to do this again. This only ever happens once. So this makes it so that's all fine. This will never happen unless this will only happen once. I compile it, save it. Let's double check it. And have a look. Odd enough, none of them actually using the custom bit buffer. That's because in this particular state of things, there are no custom bit buffers. So cancel because I don't want to save any of those because UE4 has a tendency to teleport objects around the map. So let's take a look. A little bit of markup. Don't save any of this. I click to save as, but it save objects, but it doesn't actually save if you don't select anything, which is good. Just the level markup, because this is the one that has the custom render. So I could play. Sort of slows up everything. Do a view before. Activate it all. It's a little bit darker than what you see. It's brighter seeing on the screen. Great. So look at this. Everything has it. So if I go up to here, that's fine. Doesn't. We had that before, so I go there. This one also doesn't turn off. I go to here, actually, yes. All of them turn off in that moment. Personally, I'd have preferred to have get actors by tag, which would have been a much better. But I don't build the engine, so I don't get that kind of say. Look at that. So that's done. That makes the outline vanish. So that's actually the first level complete. Second floor, let's open that up. I didn't do it, I didn't change that, but let's just save it anyway. Okay, let's just get over it, because like I said, it has some detailable things around it. It hasn't teleported, which is good. So I'm just going to show you. The last one was actually one of these clipboards. But it actually was here. It was just sitting there. We'd removed it a few times, so it just came back. So I'm just going to cross that off, because it's done. I'd already marked it as done, because I'd done it before. I just want to make sure that it didn't reappear. So this thing has a custom render buffer as well. Custom render buffer. But the problem is that it displays a message. But really, except you don't know what's actually supposed to be there. You don't realize it's supposed to have, it's something that originally had something in it. So that's because of this sort of stuff. Because it's not really particularly intelligent, I guess. So let's see if I can work out which of the messages I need. So I'm going to assume something like graph, because it's usually in the event graph. Let's take a look. It isn't. Okay. Maybe the actual thing is on level movements. That's why it's a possibility. Let's take a look. You find the drawers. Here we go. So let's take a look. This has tags of office and drawers. Let's take a look. Looking at the drawers, it rejects. If it is, it allows if the arm bomb flag is set. Then in the drawers you find a part that could be useful. Otherwise, yeah. So the disarm bomb is set. You find a message. It's just relevant for nothing interesting. The thing is, you found a path that could be useful. So, what I'm update you find a bunch of stuff. Before, just the message is going to be a little more intelligent. So you search the drawers. Find interesting among the loose circuitry, which I can't spell. Let's take a look. I'm just going to do a search. And because it's faster for me to work out or to actually go get a dictionary. There we go, circuitry. Oh, that'll be it. Always. Yeah. The loose circuit. I'm just going to double check and make sure that that actually doesn't fall outside of our range. If it's possible that it does that, let's find out. There we go. You search the drawers and find nothing interesting among the loose circuitry. Perfect. So it tells you there's something there. You don't know what it is, though. As I said, ignore the errors. That's just completely normal because we're not playing in the full overall. Okay, let's save. Check that out. Okay, let's just double check and make sure the things didn't teleport, because they always teleport to 0, for whatever reason. Oh, that's that one. That's one crossed off. Now, for the rest. No, so let's jump into the next level. Don't want to save any of those. Alright. There's actually 2 parts. So you walk up the stairs and there's the next one. Because it's too big. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So this thing here does the same thing. It then displays that there could be something interesting, there could be something useful in here. So let's take a look. This will be in the same area. It is in the bookcase. You find a part that could be useful. But the thing is, you're not in the middle of the quest, though. So let's actually take a look at some things first. So we know that there is a we know that there's a disarm bomb flag, which I'm just double checking to see if I can find it, just so I can copy it, because it's more useful to be able to. There we go, disarm bomb flag. So I'm going to do. I'm in the opposite and right here. It's not where it is. Here we go. If it is this, and flag is set. We want something. Let's do this. I'm going to see if game black exists. Paste it in. Compile it. If I go play, it's not doing anything. Ooh, and I noticed what I just heard was a sound that went up. So I'm just going to fix these while I'm here. Just some audio that auto played. It should have. There we go. No auto playing audio anymore. Because you don't want auto playing audio, it's not very nice. Okay. Now, the only problem with disarming that is this now has an interactable flag. So, what I'm actually going to do is on this and on the false, I'm going to go on the branch. Based off the flag has that, which means this flag isn't set. I'm actually going to take this message and do that. You compile, now it'll show up. I don't need to worry about the interactable side of things. Okay, let's cross that one off. Oops. Format, strike through. So yeah, format, strike through. Now let's take a look at this door. Nope, it's fine. There must have been a glitch but there was a glitch when I found it earlier. Format, strike through. Now, before we do anything more, I'm actually going to double check these doors. I had a small problem with the overlay of the things not coming through both sides properly. So I'm just going to double check them, and they're fine. Cool. Okay. Next. Okay. There's meeting room A, meeting room B. So, a bunch of things in, and I'm just going to find out which one it is. This works, which one doesn't. So, which is useless because we can't do it in this state. So let's just take a look at the text. So this is bomb flag, bomb parts flag, pre-flag flag, and it's which is this what we're looking for. This one, no. Yes, bomb flag one. And here, which should be this one. Here, it doesn't seem right. Oh, so I don't see anything special about this. I'm actually going to put this one hold. I'll ignore that one for the moment. Let's move to the next one, which is the residential level. Don't save that off with the alpha upper. Okay. So the folder 11 all has the rendered custom buffer on it. So let's take a look. On folder information, but only if it has this. Meaning, this just says flag. It doesn't actually do anything. So I go set. I go show message. Which again is not a custom one. I can type in Now, we only want to do this if this flag is not set. So we use this. If it has this and the flag does not exist, the flag exists, which this should actually be, and the flag does not exist, then do it. Probably means I fucked up earlier when I did that. So this occurs once. And once it's done, you get factors of class. Static, we want the static mesh again. Again, a for each loop. It's in the array. Branch. Static mesh vector. There's the tag of boundary relation 1. Then set custom render, set render, custom depth buffer off. Actually, I do that. Like so. Go compile. It's done. Okay, that means if I go play, let's get the laundry. Which is this one? Yes, it is. Okay, to laundry. Okay. Ding. A roll piece of paper in a minute. And then this happened. The lap of everything. Okay, let's cross that off. Side tables in the dormitories. Okay, so the dormitories. Let's see if we can work it out. So this is dormitory B. So one of these is dormitory B. I don't know which one it was. So let's take a look. This one. In which case, it's going to be in the same area again. DOMs, here we go. Let's get this as a flag, this as a tag. I'll bomb location hint as opposed to the laundry room bomb information one. So again, we want to do the same thing. Yes. Okay. Let's check game flag exists. Again, I want to do a not. Pass it in. The game flag is not set. We do this. But always display a message. The message says so it doesn't tell you exactly where at this point, but that's because we're setting this stuff up. Okay. So, and I think I might want to change the laundry room that I did here, that message, to say I found, rather than you found, because it should be in first person. Okay. And part of this, again, I want to do what I'm actually going to do before I do anything more, I'm actually going to go to the blueprints of this useful thing, which is a bunch of macros. So assuming this actually opens up for me, here we go. Oh, look at that. I'm going to make another one that says so I'm going to do what I've done here. So it's a static mesh with a tag and turn it off. That's what it does. So in other words, I wanted to do this whole thing here, which is done a few times. So just take this and attach it to there. Like you to there. And then once it's done, let's just get this output. We'll have a space and an executive. It just leaves like so. This will make things so much easier. So I can do this. Turn off custom depth, pass it the flag, and then I can do this. Done. Compile it, no problems. Same as if I go into the dorms. Which is what I wanted to do. So turn off custom depth, and then pass it in the string. And that's it. The kitchen already displays something. In this case, I'm going to do the same thing anyway. There we go. It's usually better to do it. Bathroom doesn't have anything though. It's fine. Save it. And that should be fine. Now, before I go any further, I'm actually going to step back to the medical level and double check it. Because again, always good to double check your blueprints. Because I did this. Yeah. For this meeting info, let's go turn off custom depth. Meeting info. And the drawers, I'm actually going to keep them except for once we found that there's circuitry, in which case let's do it there. Like so. Now, Okay, I'm just going to close that, save it. And so this one here gets crossed out. Let's get back up to the residential level. Actually, before I do it again, let's double check the doors while I'm already here. So I'm literally looking to make sure everything fits. Okay. Just more doors. Oops. Cancel. Because we already got it open. Okay. So first of all, actually, because we're actually setting everything to black, so let's actually do that while I'm doing this. We're saying it was an altered, not because we have to, but because we really freaking have to, actually. We only have one more material at this point because our artist is having small problems with this. So and this one. We have a few other colors, but black we'd have the most of, so that's why we're saying everything to black. Plus, black is the new cool. Or so I like to convince myself. So let's back up to the office. And again. To walls, black. So the roof. If I actually click on things. Internal corners. So this is an internal corner. This is an external corner. Which again. Do that. Okay, corners. This down at the all external walls. And doorways. Now we actually have some additional ones. We have these wides. So let's just keep going to the upper level and then we get back to residential. do the same thing here. The walls have so many different textures, it's not funny. Actually, they have all this because of this. Let's try this again. Ta-da! That's only 3, not a million. White, grey, and flat grey. Okay. Next, roof. Corners. Corner walls. Doorways. Let's double check, make sure. Internal ones as well. Yeah. It's a very nice bathroom. Yeah. Here, this is where it's going to be interesting, which actually is also a thing I forgot to do in the light black. Yeah. The thing is, this one, 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 and this one. It's actually a flat black without a line. That. Same across here. Like these, we don't have no lines versions, so they have lines. Okay, let's do that. Now that's the thing I forgot to do completely. Anyone in some of the other levels. So let's go back. Just because I like to do things, make sure everything is correct before I continue on with anything. Okay, just double check, make sure everything's got textures. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's fine. That's because we haven't done that bit yet. That one doesn't have it. So let's take a look. Okay. So apply walls. Again, have this case. I'm actually going to apply lines as by default. And then I will actually attach the lines to the ones I want. That makes like a weird thing to do. It makes sense. It's actually easier to put the lines in on this particular floor than it is not to. Because there's actually a particular area, a particular room in this that actually is quite large. And I'd rather it didn't have the lines. Do I actually have a flat doorway? I don't. I need to put that in. You won't be able to see this already yet. Not in the current gameplay. Whoa. It's dark in here. So let's take a look. So if you notice, the walls and also the floor is not really aligned, but that's fine because it's more work. We don't necessarily need it. because you look in and you won't even notice. Here you might. Yeah, you will notice it. But you can't get to this area yet, so that's fine, but you won't really notice it up here. Unless you're looking for it. In which case, good on you. Right, let's move on to the next floor. Let's just keep cycling back. Let's cycle back. Once we're back to residential, everything will be fine again. So, you know what? Let's take a look at the chat. Woohoo! Oh, chatting, that's good. I prefer no chatters. Let's take a look. Let's get back to. Oh no, cancel. It's not good. We have. Well, first of all, yeah, let's go on medical. Don't save. Okay, now we need to find the stairwell, which should be here. Because again, this one is the same thing done to it. And in this case, the line is better than the no line. Because there are less require a line, and there are things that require lines. So, done. This is why I'm doing these things. And look at this. It's 11 o'clock. So I've almost done this for 2 hours. Alright, this is the office. Just a flight stairs. So, yeah. Because most of these are actually already done. In which case, it's just a grey 50 lines, in which case, grey lines, place below, black with lines. Save that. And let's try the next one again. Upper floor. Now, the other floor, it's the exact same thing as the floor above, as the normal floor, the other. That's the floor below, because, well, you have to keep consistent with these things. If you don't, it won't work. Yeah, now that I'm up to date, I need to actually update the doorways. In this particular one, so let's try that. Let's update the doorways. And the wall, and the roof. Door 2, make sure we're not missing anything. Okay, good. That's everything. Cool. That's that floor updated. Back to the residential floor. Because this has already got everything we need. I need to fix the lights. So if you notice, this side has something. This it doesn't, because actually it's inside the door. Like so. You don't want that. Let's do the ground floor as well. Just double check it. That's fine. Remember that. Save that. Okay. So that's that one. Let's format. Sorry, do that one too. Okay, let's go to the top floor. This is fancy. It's actually new. It's also rather laggy. Ooh. That's actually, you know what? Make it less laggy. There you go. Okay. Select all of the walls and make them with their lines. Let's undo what we just did, because there is a gigantic group over there. We don't want the group. That's much better. For material. Actually, you know what I can do? I can go up, make that bit there black, and then do this to make that point blot with a line. And I think I screwed up. So the one without the line, as I did. There you go, the one without the line. It's that one. The one with the line is that one. Actually, you know what? The fastest way we ran is this. Okay, next. So, this is the other one. No collisions on. Let's take a look. Play this collisions. Ah. That does not necessarily mean there are collisions, because there can be complex collisions. So, play and find out. These collisions. Notice I can't run through the class. Ooh, I have no idea what's causing that. And yeah, I'm aware that the cursor is really tweaking tiny. That's fine. It's not so thing. Right. Notifications exist. Tree texture exists, as you can see. And the bottom layer is being fixed. In which case, that's all done. In which case, everything that was left. Oops, I did the wrong one. I just did that subscript. Subscript actually. Let's fix this. It's not the retreat, it's the recreational. It's the recreational. Wow. Save it. Check those out. That's old. I've left the one. So let's just close it. Don't save it. Where we get rid of those changes. Oh, let's don't do that. Alright. And let's create them. lasted. Oh, really? Yeah, for the painful delay of everything. Yeah. Once this is done, once this goes through, it'll take a while. These things will take quite a while to push through. I'm just gonna. I think I might wind up calling it the end of the broadcast because everything from now on is going to be boring. Yeah. Have a good night, and whoever you are who winds up watching this, I feel sorry for you, but thank you for making it all the way through. Yep. Ciao.